Hello, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing fine. So let's start today's class. So students, what we were doing in our previous class, do you remember that? Okay, let's see what we were doing in our previous class. I'll be showing you one question related to that and you will be answering to it. So yes, read the question carefully and try to answer it. I'm giving you a few seconds to think about it. Yes, read the question. Dash is powerful spreadsheet application that is perfect for maintaining long lists of data, budgets, sales figures, and other data. What do you think? From which of these two options, which one is the correct one? Yes. Yes, you can think about it. So if you are thinking about the Microsoft Word, then you are wrong. So the right answer would be Microsoft Excel because it is a branch, or we can say that it is the option which is available in Microsoft Excel, not in the Word, because we maintain spreadsheets in case of Microsoft Word. Okay. So now students, tell me that now we have done about what are envelopes, what are labels, or in my MS Excel. Okay, what about the other thing, like if would ask you to maintain the report cards or maintain the, I must say, the bills or factories and all, they are having some kind of data where they enlist all the things, like what is the price of the item. In industries also we can see that they are not maintaining a register for all this, but what they do is they maintain a spreadsheet Excel file. Okay, in that case, what do you think that which command they are using to maintain the data? Like if they want one product to sell at 100 rupees, and what do you think that if they want to purchase that same in double price, or they want to give that another price, or they want to increase the price, what do you think that they are writing it again and again on registers or maintaining some computer file, or what they are doing? There is one option for keeping this thing very convenient, that is absolute and relevant references in Excel formula. That is the option for making the things convenient so that we can maintain the entire data, where we can maintain lot of data while just putting the products which are items are there, and what we can do is we can double their price on the other list. Also we can decrease the size. So this is what we're gonna learn in today's class. I'll be explaining you one by one with practical work also, so that you can understand the concept quite well. Now let me first of all write the, okay, so it has been minimized and maximum. Let me write the topic first, that is absolute and relevant references, so that you can understand what's the topic. Absolute and relevance. This is a formula actually, that is Excel formula which you're gonna use for today's topic. Okay, so this is what our today's topic is. We would be learning more about it. Before that, let me share the learning outcomes before the starting of this class. So the learning outcomes for today would be, you can see on the screen as well. Just wait up for a while, this has been disappeared. So the learning outcomes would be, first of all, you would be defining the concept of absolute and relevant references. Then you would be appreciating the use of absolute and relevant. Let me show the slide, you can easily see them. Yes, so now then you would be identifying the use of absolute and relevant references. Then you would be applying the concept of absolute and relevant references in real life where they are used. Then you would be able to analyze the steps of inserting absolute and relevant references in MS Excel document. then you would be appreciating the use of absolute and relevant references in real world. Okay, so let me show you. This is the picture where you would be finding this option on your MS Excel file. Okay, so it is basically, we can say, you can see from the this very picture that it is in a tabular form where you would be inserting the entries, or we can see the price of the products, where you can double their size. Here you can notice that the entire things are same, like the text font size and the other options are there, but you are clicking on home page where you would be finding there is a table where entries are filled in, like 100 is filled here. But what is this about the circled one? What do you think about this? This is the Excel formula, that is fx. Fx is the formula. This is a term which is said to be as formula, which where if we would be applying this formula, we can use or convert any numerical digit according to the formula. Like, first of all, let me tell you how this formula is written or created. That is B3. Now what you can see in the row, first row, there is A, B, C and D. Okay, then what you can see on the left hand side towards column wise, if you are looking, that is 1, 2 and 3. You can notice that they have written B3 into 2. That means B3 is, you have to select the B from the first row, and from the column of numerical numbers, that is 3, that is highlighted, you would be choosing B and 3, that would be coming under 100. If I ask you where this 100 is placed, then I would be calling it as B, which I would be taking from row B, and 2, that would be B2. Okay, I'll be explaining it properly on practical while doing practicals, don't worry about that. Okay, it is just an idea what this absolute and relevant references actually is. Okay, so the formula is applied here. I was talking about the formula. B3 is here. This is the multiply sign in between it, and 2 is written over here. That means if you are multiplying B3 with 2, you are achieving the double result. If you are clicking B3, that is 100, then if you are multiplying it with 2, you are receiving 200 in the C2 column and row. Okay, this is what we're gonna do in today's class. So why do we need absolute and relevant references? What do you think? What is the need of this? I have told you, given you some idea. Now you would be telling me, why do we need it actually? What do you think? What would be the need? Like the way I said, that maintaining the data or the entries, where we want to have a huge kind of calculation within a second, the way calculator also does. But in calculator you are just multiplying, subtracting and adding these single terms. But if you want to maintain the entire data, like we could say that CPU, if somebody's want to purchase CPU, then what is the price of CPU now, then what would be later. So in the another row, similarly, you could write so many rows and columns, write the various products, and you can convert their prices with just applying the formula. The way you apply formula in mathematics, what you do is you put lot of lot of values in it, and you receive the results. Similarly, in this case, we can apply a single formula and we can use it on each column and row. Now you have to answer this. You can use following types of cell references in Excel formula. What do you think that? We can use these kind of formulas like relevant, absolute and mixed, and all of the above. What do you think about it? Now from the heading we have seen that it is relevant and absolute. So it is quite clear that relevant and absolute would be the right options. And what about the mixed one? Yes, I'm giving you a few seconds to think about it. So yes, if you can take a hint on only that if relevant and absolute are the options for making the using the Excel formula, then of course the mixed one would be there, which we're gonna do now and understand more about it. So the answer would be all of the above. Okay, so yeah, how could we use absolute cell reference? Now we have understood about the absolute and reference. What do you think about the cell reference? Cell is basically, I told you in earlier classes also, that cell is the part of a table where you have to put some entry. Okay, it is a cell is the one place of a table where you can put the entry. Okay, so how could we use this absolute cell reference? Let's see. Absolute cell reference is basically this type of structure where you can again notice the formula has been applied here, that is fx equal to b3. The you can see the blue colored outlining is there where one is written where this formula is applied, that is b3 into dollar sign. Then h is written here. H is basically, you can see in the E3 column and row where this formula is inserted, that is b3 into $h and $3. Now you can see that length and widths are written there. If you would be applying formula, you would be receiving the same result. Now conversion rate is there. If you have applied this formula, if you are converting this centimeter length centimeter into length inches, then if you have applied this formula, one would be, oh sorry, one would be converted into conversion rate by just applying the formula. It would be converted from centimeters to inches because we had applied the dollar formula here, which is the conversion for mathematical term. Okay, so in other cases also the 5 is having length and width is 10. Again, if you have applied this formula to the entire column, you would be receiving the conversion rate in each case. Now you have to again answer this in form of true and false. In an absolute cell reference, a dollar sign precedes both the column letter and row number. What do you think? Read the question carefully and try to answer it. In an absolute cell reference, a dollar sign precedes both the column letter and row number. If you are answering it as true, then you are absolutely correct. So the answer would be true because as I mentioned that dollar sign predicts the column letter and row number. So they call this dollar sign is predicting both the things. So answer would be true. How we could mix reference now in the very first question we understood that absolute was there, relevant was there. There was also mixed reference. What do you think? What this mixed reference could be? How we can mix this reference? It is like we can hear from the name as well. It is kind of mixture or what? Let us see how it would work. You can see that mixed reference is, again you can see from the table which is appearing in front of you, that is cell reference type. It is a type of cell reference where reference type formula is here, and after copying the formula what you can observe is the description is written here. So relevant is equal to A1. The way I shown you, that was B2 and C3 were applied there. In here also you can see A1 is written. Then after copying the formula, what you would be seeing, both the column letter A and the row number can change. This is what will happen in relative type formula, where if you would be applying A1, you would be receiving both the column letter A and row number 1 can change. What about the absolute one? If in this case you have to type the $A and $1. The column letter A and the row number 1 does not change. You would notice this, that if you have applied this dollar sign, the column letter A won't be changing, even row number 1 would not be changing. Okay, so what about the mixed one? There are two options they have shown. If you would be applying dollar sign from from the very first word and applying A here, then 1 here, the column letter A does not change, it would not change, and the row number 1 can change, it could change. Okay, and there's another option for mixed one, that is A dollar 1. Now here what you can observe, if we are changing the position of A and dollar, we are replacing them with each other. What we are observing, the column letter A can change, but the row number 1 does not change. You have to take this tabular form in your mind. Also, you can take the picture or screenshot from this very slide and try to apply this on the Excel sheet. When I will be applying, you can try as well with you. So open your computer or laptops also, and when we would be practicing, you would be performing same. Okay, meanwhile you can open it. So now here you can see that the above picture show the output of the mixed reference. What do you think it is showing the output of the mixed reference? You have to answer between true or false. I'm giving you a few seconds to think about it. Yes. If you're answering it true, then okay, fine. It is a kind of information for mixed reference, but they are asking for the output. If we are using this on Excel spreadsheet, then we would be receiving the output in tabular form. But this is a description for what would happen when we would be applying this formula. So we can't actually say that it is output, but it is description of the type of formulas. Okay, so now let's go to the lab. Now let's move to the virtual lab and practice. Yes, so what we're gonna do for the very first step, we would be opening the Excel file, that is Microsoft Excel. Now it has been opened. Yes, I maximize the size. Now what you can see that here you can observe A1 is written, isn't it? So what it is showing, it is showing the position of my cursor or the box I have selected, or the cell I have selected, I must say. They have written that is A1. Now I'm clicking here, that is B2. B from this row, okay, then 2 from this column. So we could say that the place is B2. Okay, so here you can see that there's a formula. If I'm clicking on it, how many options I'm getting? That is sum, average. If is the loop we can apply, you can also write the hyperlink. You can use the thing we did in our last class. So you can also apply the formulas which are used by the professionals. But here we just have to use sum and average only. This is what we would be requiring, otherwise we can apply these all. Okay, what they are saying that search for a function, type a brief description of what you want to do, and then click. You can write what you want to do is, okay, like practicing absolute references. Okay, so this is what we can write and do. We can, yes, you can see that automatically sum is written here. What happened with it? The screen has been stuck. I hope you are able to see the screen. Are you able to see the screen? Let me share it again. I hope you can see the screen. Now you can see that what I have to do is, first of all, I would be typing some entry. Let us suppose I'm typing the entry in B2, the column which is already selected, 100 here. Okay, I written 100 here. Then what I have to do next, I have to go to, let us suppose I'm going to C2 here. Okay, you have to do one thing. Here you can see the fx is written, nothing else is written. I'm not clicking it, pressing it, I am writing B2 here. You can see the changes are happening here. Then multiplication sign, sorry, I have to use equal to first because equal to says that we are applying some formula. B2 and B2 is multiplied with 2. Let us suppose I'm writing it as 2. Now that, what does that mean? That I am applying formula of, I want my result to be converted. Whatever entry I have given, the way I have given the entry 100, I want this to be double, or we can say multiplying it by 2. What I would be receiving, I'm entering it. What you have noticed here? You have noticed that the 100 has been shifted to 200. Okay, so this was the thing I want to tell you. I'm clicking on it. You can see the formula has been applied on this very cell. Okay, so this is how we can use these options. Okay, now what you can see is that if I am going to C3, okay, now if I'm selecting C2, Control C, I'm copying it. You can see that it is highlighting, okay, and the cursor is clicking blurred. Now I would be shifting to C3 here. Okay, then I'll be pasting it here, and what you can see that if I would be applying formula here again, the way I did here, I'm applying 4 here, and you can see that the result has been shifted to 400. That means the formula is applied on this entry and it has been shifted to 400. Okay, let us try for other also. 200. Let us suppose the items is having like, it is like the electronic shop is making this spreadsheet. Okay, I want to purchase or sell the CPU. Then what should be, ceiling fan. Okay, I could write for ceiling fan only. I must write fan. Then I can write it as, I can write as what, air condition. I could maybe AC. Okay, now what I am writing here, 300 for this. It's just if you want to write it as rupees or dollars, it totally depends on you. Now here I want to apply the formula, that is equal to B2 multiplied by 6. What you have received, now I have applied the formula on 200, that was multiply it by 6. Okay, you can see that it has been converted to 600. So this is how we can apply the formula and see the result. Now where I am clicking, this column, very column is showing the direction or the location of that very cell which I am selecting, that is 3 from this row and 3 from this column. We could say that it is C3. Now here, if I'm clicking on this, the formula which is applied here, you can see that is written here. And if I'm clicking on this, the formula which I applied here is equal to B2 multiplied by 4. Okay, so this is how we can shift anything. Now let us try if I'm using, you can see that this is shifting. Yes. Now if I want to apply here also, if I want to apply the formula here, what do you think that how this formula would be converted? Now what I did is I copied this and I pasted it, but what you can observe is this formula is directly used on 600. That was 600, it would be multiplied by, let me click it here. This was the formula you might have seen here. That was the formula. I applied that, multiply this B3 with 6, then I would be receiving 600 here. Then on this very cell also I applied the same formula and it has been shifted to 3600. So isn't it convenient, students? The way I was telling you that it is very difficult for to maintain a lot of data and check the prices which has been converted 6 times, 2 times, or they have decreased. I have shown you for the sum, you can use for the average also. So this is how we can maintain the data, okay, easily. Now if you want to save the file, you can save it, otherwise you can click on the don't save button and continue. Okay, so let us conclude our chapter now. So what we have done in today's class, student, first of all we have learned about the absolute and relevant reference cells, and we have also understood about the mixed references, and after that we understood about which are coming in it, that is absolute reference, relevant reference and mixed reference. We have understood about each of it. Now it's your turn, you have to answer the meaning of absolute references in your own words. What do you think what this absolute reference is? If you would be having this question in your exam, how you would be writing it? I'm giving you few seconds, you can write it on your notebook as well, or you can write in the comment box also. So here is another question also. What are the steps to insert relevant references? What were the steps? You have to write the step-by-step process. Now you can pause the video or you can write it and send it to me. I'll be checking it. So what you have achieved in today's lesson. So yes, here's a homework in front of you. There are 2 questions which you will be writing on your computer notebooks. Also, here are 2 activities you have to do. You have to create this spreadsheet MS Excel document where you have to create the list of friends to whom you would be inviting, and you can take the help of your friends and you can write the cuisines or the foods you would be adding, and you can also write the price for the same and do the totaling of it, and you can have the entire data for the same. It would be convenient for you and you would be enjoying it. And you have to draw the flow chart and you have to write the steps in that flow chart. What are the steps of opening and creating the tables, absolute relevant table, and you can apply a lot of creativity in that as well. You can use the colors of your wish and enjoy the drawing session also. So that's all for today's class, friends. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Thank you.